Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss A History of Violence, starring Viggo Mortensen, Maria Bello, Ed Harris, and William Hurt, and directed by David Cronenberg. First David Cronenberg for me, might I add. I've seen like one other of his movies, that would be... And I don't remember those two movies very much, because one I saw in theaters, once I saw like a couple of years ago on Halloween night. That kind of turned out to be a bad experience. I won't talk about that right now, but let's just get straight into this movie, because I'm curious to know what a David Cronenberg movie would be like, and I've only seen both of these two once, and I've seen this one plenty of times, so let's just see how this goes. The movie opens with a couple of guys checking out of a hotel, shoot the front desk clerk and a little girl, which really was well shot, and it shows that in the next scene Sarah had a nightmare about monsters, and her father Tom Stahl, played by Viggo Mortensen in a terrific performance, and his wife Edie, played by Maria Bello, and their son Jack and daughter Sarah, who I just briefly brought up. And I'm really liking and connecting with this family. Tom owns a diner. Jack has a hard time with a bully at school after catching a ball at baseball or softball game or something like that. The bully hits at a game baseball, and Edie is, I believe, at stay-at-home mother. No, I take that back. She might be a lawyer now that I think about it. I could be wrong. And with Sarah, again, I'm connecting with this family. One night at the diner, Tom is confronted by two assholes, the same guys who shot up the motel in the opening scene, who ask for coffee and almost rapes his waitress until his skills of violence kick in and saves the people in his diner. And I thought, goddamn, he has some skills, and it works very well in my mind. Carter Fogarty, played by Ed Harris, confronts Tom and calls him Joey Cusack from Philadelphia, and that scene was really just well played by Viggo Mortensen and Ed Harris, and the way these two play against each other is menacing in a very well manner, and this is great acted in a great scene. The sheriff Sam confronts the two guys in the car, and the way Ed Harris plays it was rather magnificent, and Cronenberg does a great job making me care for the characters and their situations. Edie and Sarah go shopping at the mall and runs into Carl, keeping an eye on Sarah. Meanwhile, Jack is at school and runs into the bully and beats the shit out of him, and it was about time somebody beat the shit out of that motherfucker. It was rather brief, and this whole movie is brief at 95 minutes, I must say. It's a pretty damn short movie. Carl confronts the Stahl's property and kidnaps Jack in trade for Tom to come with him, and puts Jack in the house, and Tom beats up and shoots the guards, but Carl almost blows his brains out until Jack shoots his ass down. And that's until Edie figures out who Tom really is, and she is going to hate him for that. And that's when I was really in suspense. Like, are they going to get a divorce? Or are they going to stay together? And I'm on the edge of my seat for the last 35 minutes of the movie. Richie Cusack, played by William Hurt, calls his brother Joey, and he goes back to Philadelphia and confronts Richie and have a long talk about his killings. And Joey attacks Richie and kills all of them motherfuckers, and goes back to his family for a dinner, and that's when I was in suspense. The children grab him a plate, well, the daughter does, and utensils, and Jack does give him some food, like meatloaf, I think is what it was. They look at each other, and I can't tell what the fuck they're going to say, whether if they stay together or get divorced. And that as an ending was terrific, and I was afraid. I mean, it really grabbed me on the edge of my seat. I'm serious about this. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 8.4 out of 10. Cronenberg does a very good job with me connecting with the characters, And this was an interesting, well-made movie, and the actors portraying these characters are well done, and I recommend you watch this movie. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, and next time I will be back with V for Vendetta. And until next time, lock your doors, because the hitmen are coming.